keep speaking because it goes live. Yeah, we are live on Facebook, right? And I'm setting everything up, letting people know that if the internet is unstable, our dear friend will keep taking the stage and talking about what we were talking. And it takes sometimes just 5 seconds of loading and it then loads again. Yes, we are all set up. And I am here 60-second mom. I'm saying it because for me, it's getting so close. It's still not very close, but it's so close. And every mom, then when I announce, I'm like, wow, 60-second, we've reached there, we've done it. And we've got a beautiful, beautiful mom here. And I must say that only mom who was recommended by 3 people and said, Maria needs to be here. Like, she's the only mom. So I'm so honored that somebody who's loved so much by so many people and recommendation came, then Maria needs to. And by the time I spoke to her, I was totally in love with her. And it's an honor to have you here, Maria. Good evening and welcome to the book and welcome to this interview. I know all the people who are supporting you will be there very soon in the chat. So we will wait for them while they come. Meanwhile, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, Hitka. My name is Maria Elena Botei. I was born in Romania and I have living in New Jersey from 2007. My background is in psychology. I'm a psychologist, but recently I got a certification as a health coach, holistic health coach. And also I just enrolled in a training, shamanic energy medicine training with Alberto Villoldo. So I am a mom. I have a 8-year-old son. This is the best things happened to me in my life. My son Alexander is 8 years old, and from the moment he was born, my life changed. And also, just say a few words. When I came here in United States, I came with a full scholarship to Bloomfield College and studied to Albert Ellis Institute, the rational emotive behavior therapy. And I created programs in educational psychology for international students from Romania. Came here in United States, have a joint master, 1 year here, 1 year there, and then I prepared them to go to Albert Ellis Institute to get the certifications as a REBT therapist. They went back in Romania and opened a private practice. And then I taught in New York City to college and master level schools from New York. And then I got the certificate as a health coach. It was also my own journey to discover the problems with the gut, healing the gut, realize it's about gluten, sugar-free, and dairy-free diet. And then this year, my life partner passed away. So it was a kind of journey after he passed away with my son. And but during this summer, I enrolled in a training with Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi, and I learned how to build my brand as a holistic health coach. And I'm working on my 6 months program for women's over 40s, especially moms, single moms like me, who wants to get healthier through the nutrition. I'm working on that part to offer them how to eat in a rainbow diet using all the 7 colors of the chakras, changing the emotions, beliefs, and also the spiritual, how to meditate, how to balance the chakras. So this is what I'm working on to have, hopefully in the end of this year, I will launch my online training for women. So this is my short, my short life.
It's not. I mean, I don't know where to start, Maria. I know that you've lost your husband just a few months back, and I absolutely am with you. And I know that it's a struggle. So all of us are there as a big sisterhood with you. This is here
Thank you.
for a good, you know, I know that these 100 moms are there for good. So I know you're coming into a very, very beautiful community, and all of us give you a very, very big hug, and we're telling you that we're with you. You're not alone anymore. You've come into a place where all of us are with you. And I wanted to tell you
Thank
this
you.
on behalf of all of us, that I know it's a struggle, but we are there with you. And I mean, I just, since I've spoken to you, you've been in my mind. And to move on from there, I also just
Thank you.
complimented. I saw your son's pictures, and he's such a beautiful soul. I can see the gentleness, and I would like to give him a tight hug as well and assure him that he has many, many mums supporting him. Not only you, but all of us are there with him supporting it, and that's why universe has brought you here to support even him. And from
Thank you.
what amazing study, what all, and everything that you've spoken about. This girl has been, since she's been a girl, I call myself girl, I'm turning 40, but I keep calling myself a girl. But I somehow feel that I was so fascinated with every single thing that you studied. And here is one person who's done all of that, and I've been very curious about it, and I definitely want this particular interview to talk about it. And you will get a lot of questions, from your rainbow diet to health to everything. I have dived in so much in last 20 years, just as a curious person, of course not as a study, but as a curious person, applied it and done many, many things. So, and your shaman thing, which we are not, you said once you get certification we'll talk about it. It's been on my list to talk about. And before we go into what Maria's heart is all about and what she wants to bring to the world and offer through her course and her support, let's talk about Maria as a mom. What's been the journey as a mom till now, Maria? Let's speak about that, and then we'll move on to the self portrait and how, as a healer, as a psychologist, as a shaman, what is this whole thing about? This chatter, we'll go there, but let's first talk about Maria as a mom.
So for me, it's the most important thing in the world to be a mom. Even when I was trying to find my life purpose, I realized this is my life purpose, just to be mom for my son, especially he was born here. And I want my son to live here and have the life what I envision with his father, So that's why it was even a struggle these months without Alex. And I set up the intention, I took this decision, we have to stay here, even it's very hard. So for me, my son come first, and then what I want or need. So he's the most important person in my life.
Yes, and I can see that. And I think he will be also the reason for all your breakthroughs that's going to come out, and all the people that are going to benefit from your breakthroughs, Maria. He is going to be the reason behind it. We'll see it just few years, just few more years, and you turn back and say, exactly, he is the reason why. So that's why I'm saying that we have a community to hug him as well. So as psychology, like, you've done so much psychology, you've done healing, and you of course done the rainbow diet, which is one of my favorite things. And I've just moved a little away from it in the last 2 years since I've become a mom again. It's the second time, but I very well know, because I've dived into it. I've dived into it, the holistic healing, the sugar, the gluten, all that. So I will talk about that as well. But before that, I want to talk about when I spoke to you about this whole psychology of what's happening with the camera, the self-image. Just a piece of little equipment scares these moms. What is your view on that? And just want to hear what you think about it when I was speaking to you about it, because it's very real. Like, that energy is very real. That resistance is very real. What do you think about that? And we have Elizabeth. I told you our friends are going to be there. Elizabeth is there. Dr. Zeta Williams, who I call my godmother, because she helped me when nobody even thought that I was anything. And Lucy is here. So all of us are supporting you in the comment while you speak.
Yes. So my experience, like a clinical psychologist and psychotherapist, helped me to deal with the grief first this year, and also how to approach the life, even if it's hard and life happens. It's always the belief I can see the reality from another perspective. And always when it's something bad happen, you move the chair in another position and you see the reality from the bright side. This is how you change your beliefs to see the world in a different way. So this is my thing. When a person comes to me, I help that person to see the reality from another perspective and to change the dysfunctional beliefs in something functional, and even more, how to see in a beautiful way. So the person or the mom can overcome the situation. Every situation has a problem, but also has a solution. This is the emotional and counseling and the how I approach a client in my session.
So when
I hope it makes sense what I'm saying here.
everything makes sense when we turn back and look at it. That's the thing about the universe. It doesn't make sense when we're speaking about it, but it does make sense when we turn back and say, "Oh yeah, that was making sense." So don't worry about the sense. But I was also like taking to the whole point that if this energy is real, this energy about the camera and what we start thinking and the chatter that, if there was an animation that needs to be made, there would be this animation of these bubble comments all around the camera before we switch on the camera and start taking our pictures, because we are like, oh my god, this is not okay, this is not right, that's not okay, this is not okay, that's not okay. And when this movement started, it was just like as simple, oh, camera and the chatter. But as I'm moving deeper and deeper, and like I've gone to a level of calling it a mother pulse, being upset and all that. But that's, if you don't go that far, we just go around the camera. And uh, the fact that we are so critical about how we are looking, so critical about, and so scared to just release any, like, just any random picture. And the more we are becoming the so-called influencers in the world, if we are becoming popular on social media, if we are also, coming up with everything, we are even more scared to just like release it and say, oh my god, there are more eyes, so I better look even better, rather than working with what you are trying to say about holistic healing. Because if that happens, you don't need to worry, you shine anyway. If your purpose is there, no matter how you show up, people still look at you because your message is there, what you're talking, what you're living, every single thing shines even more. And then you wear that attitude, you wear that confidence, and you wear that purpose, which is much better than wearing any makeup, any clothes, any kind of hairdo or anything. Do you feel that
Yes.
uh, this is very real, and this is a very real issue? And as a psychologist, if you come up with somebody telling, you realize it, and if you use like this as a question, this is, I'm inquisitive about it because you study so much psychology, and in one of your questionnaire is the question is, are you scared of the camera? And or do you think that you worry a lot about how you look in the camera? What do you think that question answer is going to be for most people, what most women uh, who are going to come to you?
I'm not scared about the camera, but of course, before the interview started, it's the in the back of the mind how the people will perceive me, or am I? It's that core beliefs. People, they are love me or not, or something. The need to be loved or accepted, or not be too critic. But in the end, each one of us, we are individual, unique, beautiful, and it's a inner work how to love unconditionally yourself and accept who you are, and you are unique. I don't have any makeup. I never wear
I
makeup.
also,
This is me.
yeah,
Yes. So I show the world who I am. This
yeah,
is,
yeah.
even if it's a work in progress.
No, but I was talking
This
about
is it.
as a
Simple.
psychologist.
Yes.
If somebody comes to you, if a mother comes to you, and she's your client, would you put a question like this? Do you think it's worth it to even put a question like this? Are you scared of the camera? Do you think that's a very valid question that I'm asking here through this book? And
Uh,
I think it will.
yeah, can be, I think can be a better question. How do you feel when the camera look at you, or you look at the camera? It's much more open question, and the mom can say what is feeling in that moment. But usually it's connected with the self-esteem. If you have low self-esteem, of course, you are afraid or anxious or what people will think about you. But in time, especially after 40, you don't care too much about what people think. But it's the need to be accepted and loved, that if it's a fear or concern, it just you want to be loved by people. This is the message.
Why?
So
Uh, Recently, I was in a trip. I was on a trip, and I was very unwell. People know I was falling sick. I was unwell, and I was coughing, and I was doing. And then I went for 2 days, 3 days break. And when I went for that break, Elizabeth, my eyes were so puffy. My sleepless nights with my younger one, putting him to sleep, etc. And I woke up on my husband's birthday, and my family was there, and I was looking swollen eyes with tied hair, and they took a like I took some beautiful pictures of my husband and his brother, and then when me and my husband were posing, I was looking like this puffy eyes, all tired, into the camera. And in spite of interviewing so many mothers, in spite of heading the movement of photography self-portrait, my first thing came was this chatter all around. It's like, so they said, can we put this picture on social media that we are all enjoying together? And for a second, I stopped again. And I was about to say, no, 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 let me just go in. Let me just make my hair. Let me just put something and change my clothes and come in. And then I stopped again and I said, just put it.
yeah.
It's
Yes,
let
just
people
be
see
you.
how, yeah, just be
Exactly.
you. And so I'm saying that sometimes this chatter is so real that even if you say it 100 times to yourself, even if you are taking that as a this thing, it is so strong that the resistance,
Yes.
the fact, the thing of wanting to look your nicest self is so strong that even somebody like me who's saying it again and again 100 times everywhere thought, oh my god, I look horrible. And then I released it because of course I take a conscious step and I said, probably people will even not even look at it for more than 1 second, and probably people will come and say that what's wrong with you and etc., but it doesn't matter, right? And that's how I released it. That's why I was asking you about it. And
You know,
yeah, go ahead.
when you feel like this, you can imagine we are complex human beings. So you imagine you have the head of the mom. So the mom is like that, how you describe. Now I take the head of the photographer who's perfect, looking shiny, and take the picture. So imagine, okay, now I have to take the head, or just the head who I am, the real me with all the flaws. It's fine. So in
Yes.
this way you are gentle with yourselves and understandables, and then I said, okay, I decide to show who I am right now. It's fine.
I like
So
that
no.
word you said. You're gentle with yourself. I think that's the line we were looking for, to be gentle to ourselves and like, all right, doesn't matter. It's okay. It's just a picture. And the fact that I posed with my husband on his birthday, in spite of how I was looking, is a good enough memory rather than saying I will stay behind the camera. That's important. That will become a memory. Remember, I was so tired on that day, and that will be a conversation someday in the
Yeah.
future. So let's talk about 2 or 3 things which you've done. The rainbow diet, I'm so fascinated with. I so believe in it. I so believe the gluten doesn't work for you, sugar doesn't work for you. Just few years back, my husband was with an autoimmune, and then when I ended up with doctors, and the doctor said that yeah, this is just going to happen. We'll have to put him on steroids. And I was like, no, no steroids. And every cream, everything that was prescribed to him, when I was trying to research on it, was a steroid. And I was not okay with it because thank God I had come in contact with Dr. Nandita Shah, who has reversed thousands and thousands of people's diseases just with food and correction of lifestyle. And I had attended one of her live sessions, so I believe that this can be reversed even if the medical industry is saying not. And I dived in the way I'm diving in with this. And then I found that the rainbow diet can do it. So let's talk about that and tell people that anything and everything can be reversed. And just to heads up, we've reversed that disease only with food and no dairy, no sugar, and only colors and rainbow and fruits and vegetables and raw. So, would you like to talk about that?
Yes. When I started my personal journey to heal my gut, I used that elimination diet to take out gluten, then dairy, then sugar. And I stayed like that 8, 9 months with all three out. So it was kind of hard, was helpful for me. But in time, I realized um, it's much better to focus on the health, not on the problem. So that's why what I envision for my program is to focus on the health of the all 7 chakras in the body and eat different colors of the food what can heal each chakra. So every day I'm looking what I can eat from different colors. Of course, you eat what you have in the house, but in time you prepare your um, space with different type of food, especially if you have a problem like me in gut at the 3rd chakra. Of course, I will add more food, yellow food, so I will heal. But this is only one part of the rainbow diet. Is not just food, it's meditation, balancing the chakra. It's like treat your body like a whole thing, not just focus on the like Western medicine, focus on the curing a symptom or fixing a problem. No, focus on the whole body and eat gentle all the 7 colors of the chakras or the rainbow diet. I say the rainbow diet because other people like Diana Minich has books about rainbow diet. So I was surprised. I was focusing on the healing the chakras and coloring and said, oh, actually it's a rainbow diet whose healing in time may be more time, but in the long term, it's you create health, you create a new body. So also this is also part of the shamanic energy medicine with Alberto Villoldo, who's also saying we need to focus on the body to create a new body. So this is the way how to
Say that again.
approach the body.
Say that again. We need to create a body of the new. What was that about the new body? We
A
need to
new
eat.
body is like, you know, the body is regenerate every 7 years completely. So if you start to eat healthy, focusing to all 7 chakras, the body will slowly regenerate it. So you don't focus on the illness, you focus on the health and the body to be healthy. This is my approach.
So interestingly for that, and Lucy is here. I will keep. I mean, I'm just falling more and more in love with everyone, but especially Lucy. So Lucy, I still really love you. And
Thank you,
when
Lucy.
I was sick, I of course I was just sick, energy wise, a lot of stuff happening. And what I did when I started the healing, I was coughing in the interviews. I would just start coughing in the middle of the interviews, and before that, and after that, and they would be cold. What I did was, because long time back I'd been to a naturopath, and the naturopath had told my son, who was having a cough for about a month and a half, and it was not going, and I don't give any medicines to him. So I went to a naturopath and I told him that what do we do, and he told me just eat fruit for next 1 month and he'll be all okay, right? And of course it's very difficult for a 5-year-old child to just keep eating fruit, but what I did was I had introduced fruit 5 times a day, like all kinds of fruits, 5 times a day. And yes, in a
It's the
month's time,
superfood.
yeah, in
Yes.
a month's time, he was okay. And exactly what I did, just when I was right at the bottom, I needed 2 things, and Lucy gifted me something which is like this today. This girl who's sitting here with all the happy face and feeling rejuvenated is thanks to what Lucy has gifted me as a beautiful meditation gift, and the diet, the fruit, because I went obsessive on just as like again, focus on your health, get your health back, the problems will go away, everything will dilute.
Exactly.
And why I am talking to you about it, and I want to talk to more mothers about it, is that this overwhelming things, a lot of things when they happen to us, it does matter what you eat. And sometimes that itself
Yes.
uplifts, plus meditation that works for you, whatever kind of, I'm a visual learner. For me, what Lucy's introduced me to works because it's a visual medium. It works. It, you know, it uplifts me. It makes me feel absolutely rejuvenated. So, uh, like you just mentioned so beautifully, like focus on the health, and wherever this mom of ours is going down, like camera is the last bit that it starts showing up, because we don't want to show up and we want to just keep doing this. No, 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 I don't want to be in front of the camera. But if we start focusing ourselves on this health part, these rainbow diets, your chakra, the self healing, finding the meditative thing, believe me, whatever problem we are going through just starts to feel much lighter, because it's all a circle. First, we feel horrible, then we eat horrible, and then we start avoiding meditation, slowing down, and then we just get stuck into the hamster wheel and just keep going on. And if we start feeling and feeding ourselves well, go to a better meditative state, this is a very small
Exactly.
thing. So
Yes.
what you're doing is very fascinating, because I am so curious about how beautiful the body works and heals when we do that. And let's talk about your method. What is the method that you take, Maria? If somebody comes to you, are you going to take the shamanic method? Are you going to take the chakra method? Are you going to take the food method, or psychology, which is medical as well? So, if I'm your client, if I come to you and say, Maria, I don't know where I am. I don't know why am I lost. I don't know. Everything is crumbling down. What's the first thing that you think that you do? Because I want to introduce you to the world. What you are doing is amazing. I already feel that you're an amazing soul, and very soon your course is going to be very, very popular. So, um, like, let's just introduce people to what you do.
Thank you. So I'm doing all one by one. So first, my intention is to teach the client to raise the vibration of the body and the surrounding through the meditation. I will teach the client how to balance the chakras, running the energy through the body. I am a healer, so I know how to teach people to run the energy through the body, connect with the earth, connect with the divine, healing the seven chakras one by one, journaling, and then I will teach the client how to eat in a rainbow diet or nutrition diet. I don't like the term diet. It's like more like a lifestyle, and you incorporate day by day something more. You add, or is the crowd out theory. You don't focus on the elimination. In first, you add good stuff, superpower. You add fruits, you add vegetables, especially the green. The green food is a superfood. So you think how I can nourish my body, how I can add more superfood, and then the part of the emotional healing or counseling, or let's say coaching about the emotions, relationship, how, because all the body and the life is connected. You look at your biography and you see where is the problem in your body. So when I'm talking with a client and let the client to tell me about whatever consider the mom, I'm working only with women, so I will refer about her. And she can tell me what's the problem. So when she starts to talk to me, I understand where can be the root. So we slowly also discover the root of the problem, not just the symptoms or what's going on in the body. It's connected with the past, with the childhood, with the present, or the emotions, the beliefs. Everything is interconnected, And then also I teach the client how to meditate. I have been meditating for more than 7 years every day with the mantras, with the focusing on healing the chakras, develop the intuition, reading the auras, all the inner work. So I teach also if the person is interested about this spiritual practice. Also, I'm open if it's religious, orthodox. So I'm fine. I'm okay with anything. Just it's important to have a spiritual practice like prayers or meditate or something what you can connect with your soul, with your heart. So that it's also self-caring because you allow yourself to have time for yourself and to be with yourself and working on the emotions what need to be processed by journaling or different methods. And also in the end I discuss with the patient clients, sorry, sometimes I keep saying patients. I was working with patients as a psychologist. And what is the life purpose, because in the end you need to be aligned with your soul missions here. So it's not just about the job. Of course it can be a job what can pay the bills, but also you need that part you feel this is my purpose. I am a mom or I'm a healer. I want to teach people about something. So I help also the clients to make a vision board or have a vision about a new feature, a new life or something like that. So this is my intention, how to create my online 6 months program. And this will cover everything. So physical, emotion, and spiritual levels.
Right. And I think that once you get into this path of discovering yourself, healing yourself, figuring out, um, it's a lifelong learning, because I don't
Yes.
know if people who actually step into this aura or step into this zone can actually have enough for what is available to keep tapping into, to keep figuring out, to keep. I think till their last day they will just keep like figuring out. Oh, this is new. This is new. This is what I can learn. This is because then we move. Like somebody has to help us to get us on that flight, and then there's no looking back. There's just no looking back, and we just keep moving ahead, going in the direction that keeps calling us very naturally, and then we get pulled automatically. So your work is very important to try and bring people to a point from where they can take off and go, because
Yes.
it's so vast that you can't and it's amazing that you've put so much together into your program. And I'm sure this is the holistic program. This is a program that's, that
Covers.
needs.
Yes.
I have a question that I ask, and I asked many of we have Elizabeth and we have Lucy, and I think we have somebody else in the chat as well, or not. Right now, it's only Elizabeth and Lucy and Dr. Zeta Williams. Yeah. But okay, so I'm just inquisitive. I'm inquisitive because, and in the chat also, I want these answers because Lucy, Elizabeth, all of them are very, very spiritual as well.
Yes.
When a child is born, it's born like I've still not reached mentally there. There's a life before or life after or whatever. I'm just purely saying that the child is born. And sometimes very quickly, so many layers get like on top of that child with experiences and emotions and what is happening around them, absorbing it, etc. Sometimes it happens very quickly and sometimes it takes years. But all of us get wrapped into it. And we most likely have not been born with so many layers. And then a time comes that we realize, oh my God, the real me is like shut somewhere
Deep down.
inside. And some people have so much to work and some people have less, but everybody has to work. And this is like, I'm curious that is there somebody who does not get led up like this? Have and do we give this do we put all this to the present modern day world, that these layers are becoming thicker and thicker, or like I'm sure early man, probably these layers were not put because we were very real and we were very authentic and we were very us as a human being. But now in the modern world, very quickly, and I think COVID has done like these many layers even more, wrapped up the children into even more layers very quickly. And these poor kids will have to like figure even out that can they even hear the voice of somebody that's been wrapped up with these layers of illusion and so much. I know I'm sounding probably silly, but I feel that if I am as a mom want to save my child from being wrapped up from all these layers, can I do that? Can I actually? Do you think that can happen? Or he will be wrapped up. He will have his layers, and he will have to find. So inquisitive. Just a curious, inquisitive question. What do you think, Lucy? Um, Elizabeth, everybody can answer in the chat as well.
So I think, in my opinion, the role of the mother is very important, especially for kids until 7 years old. So whatever child has the experiences until 7 is like a recording. And it's also very important to teach your child how to express the emotions, how to talk about. I think if we work from the beginning with our children, they will become better people, because me and you, as we know, in the past, we didn't talk about these things, or we learned in a hard way and a long way. It took 20 years to heal some emotions or events from the past. But now, because we are moms and we are aware about the new world what we are working and living in, we can prepare our children to deal in the better way, not just in anxious anxiety or depression or be scared. No, focus on what you can do. Even the reality, it's this way. You have to focus on the important goals, on what you want to be in your life and how you deal with the emotions. I think the journey of the life is how we deal and how we interpret the reality. This is the challenge. It's not the reality. Reality will be always, challenging, but how our minds and how our perspective can change the reality.
Like Elizabeth is saying, there are so many layers, and I do believe that the modern society does have a lot to do with it. And it can be stopped by the family giving them the truth and show them how to give in those distractions of the world. Yeah, and I have you have young child, I have a very young kid, and so for me, like my years, so with this online, going on, India has been into not schools opening for 2 years, and when his teacher is speaking and I'm speaking, and he's right in the middle of this laptop, the video game that he's enticed towards, and toward like me coming in and trying to explain it to him, come on, you can listen to your teachers. And then one fine day he told me, oh my god, I'm getting suffocated. And I looked at this 7-year boy and I'm like, wow, you could actually express it, right? uh, and for me, I admired him for it, but because I have the tools, because I've been understanding the whole concept of expression, like he can tell, like I tell him, why don't you like the online? He's like, because it's not interesting. And inside of my heart I know it's not interesting, right? It's not interesting for him. He's a very social, tactical, hugging kind of a child, and for him to be sitting 2 years on this laptop is just taking him down. And he's like, it's not interesting. But you know I find everybody around finding that not responsible when children talk like that, not responsible when they say we are getting suffocated. And a 7-year-old child can say, I need a hug. Like my son can say it very easily. Oh, I get up in the morning, I need a hug, and you're not there, rather than clinching. And I encourage that, but at the same time, when he goes out with his friends, this kind of expression is considered like, what are you talking about? Are you being too sensitive? Are you like all the time? Uh, and he expresses even compliments very easily. Like he will just compliment, hey, you're looking nice. And he'll be just walking to somebody on the road who he doesn't know. And he's like, oh, you're looking very nice. Uh, and when I look at him, and then the modern mother, the society, the other things, they all mingle up in my head. And I'm like, all right, I don't know if it's the right thing, I don't know if it's the wrong thing, but the layers are coming up. Either it'll come through me, because sometimes I will, as a mother, and I'm talking on behalf of many, many mothers, will give in the peer pressure and say, well, this is the online world today. If you're not going to do this, then what are you going to do? Right? Just sit here and do nothing. And then I will say something, and then later I was like, what am I doing? And it's so confusing. And that's how, on the child, even unknowingly, we put these layers after layers after layers, where he stops to listen and stops to express and stops that. And one day it'll be so thick, and they will be like us, sitting here and not even being able to hear that person on which the layers are being, you know, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't know.
Yes, 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 I understand. And what we can do in this situation is just teach them how to be present, even if they have online school. Explain them it's just a period of time, maybe few months, maybe 1 2 years, but always have the real life. Even one of the first part of the day will be online. There out there, it's a real life with a socializing outside with the kids. So as moms, we can create both. So the child will not be focused on what is very hard. It's online virtual learning. Also, we have the option to have the real life and enjoy, focusing on the good side of, always teach the children how to see the bright side, even if it's in a problem. Maybe the virtual, you can have access to the technology. What if you have only on person school, maybe you will not have access. So always see in a problem actually is a blessing in disguise. You know, this is my way also with my son, so he can
Yes,
see the both sides of the life.
yeah, it's a struggle for many, many mothers, and that's why I'm talking to you about it, because we can talk about it. Unless we start talking about it, we can't keep saying, you know, we have figured it out. Even if you are frustrated, seeing our children go into online is frustrating. Seeing them going towards video game is frustrating. But sometimes we overdo it, and we just keep seeing the negative that they are doing, but not the learning that they're having. And it is such a mixture of emotion. And amongst this, I tell a mother, oh, go take your self-portrait. And she'll be like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Right? Like, I'm going through so much and you're telling me to take a self-portrait. And then, for me, that's my way of telling mothers that pause, find, reconnect, right?
Yeah.
Because unless we reconnect, these layers are going to also come around us in so many ways that even we will not be able
Yes.
to see ourselves. And if we can't see ourselves, leading the children to a direction
Yes.
would be impossible. And you know, today I'm saying it very visually, but imagine if I'm wrapped up in layers that thick, right, which is going out of the screen, and then my child is wrapped up with layers that thick of emotions and perception and all these things. Can we hear each other? We can't. We can't. Breaking through that, and breaking through, for him to break through me and me to break through him. And that's why the mother pulse is getting, you know,
Yes.
absolutely inside a thing. And I think you, people like you who are into healing, have to make this clear, and some windows, so that at least the mother child can start talking, because that's another disconnects happening. And I don't know what I'm talking, Maria. I just talk random stuff on my interviews. I just start speaking very spontaneously, but this is what I'm feeling at the moment. There are people walking with a lot of layers and not being able to hear each other.
Yes, but I think it's very, very important connection between mom and child,
Yeah.
that it's to be there for your child and connect
To be able
through
to
the heart to heart,
yes,
heart
to
to
be
heart.
able to hear them. Yes, yes. And
Yes, that is what children need. Our love, time, and attention. It's quite simple.
yes, and that's why this book is becoming so intense, because all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take off those layers of perception about ourselves, the whole image about ourselves, the whole thing. Just first making ourselves light, before we can go and remove the layers of our children and the stuff that they are getting wrapped up in. But because we are so heavy, how are we going to unwrap the stuff that's happening to them? And this book that exploring the whole self-portrait, the celebration, the release of our story, probably will make those layers a little less deep, and then
For sure.
we can be heard, we can be seen, we can be spoken to, we can speak. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm telling you,
I
I got into the interview and I just, anyway.
I think your project is amazing, and we moms we will learn from each other and teach other moms how to deal with some different situation, or inspire other moms how to raise the children. So your project is amazing, and I'm so grateful to be part of your book. I'm still surprised. I'm here, so thank you so much.
You're meant to be, and we're going to hold hands. I'm telling you, I am creating all opportunities for this community to become very close. A lot of mothers don't know what I'm doing. We have to align them, but I want one mother to have 99 mothers support forever. And
thank you.
that will take work.
I will be.
Take work. Yes, first it'll take to remove the layers around us, which will happen through this book, which will happen through these pictures and these stories. Once we've done that work, then we can start seeing each other, we can start hearing each other, we can start celebrating each other, we can start saying, so you're on page number 48. I absolutely know what you're talking about. Now I can relate. I want to talk to you, I'm page number 8 in the book, and that's what I am.
I'm 62.
Yes, yeah. I mean, you might not be in the order I've interviewed, because we are trying to get a rhythm to the book, and we are trying to flow it like a poetry, like a story. So we're still working on the concept. You won't be in the same thing, but again, an animation of mother of one page talking to the mother of other and saying hi and saying, hey, I know what you're talking about. Come to my community and I will tell you, you are needed in my community right now. So the knowing of the mothers is important, and that's why I'm starting something called the Spotlight Day now, because my Thursdays electricity is not there. So I'm going to record videos and put mothers on spotlight of what they are doing, whatever best I can do to keep reintroducing themselves. I have a lot of work at the back end to do while the book is getting cooked up and made and designed. These mothers will keep coming on spotlight and saying, hey, we are the book, we are the book, we are that mother. And then one day I can see one mother supported by 99 mothers forever. One mother's child supported by 99 mothers with different talents and different things. That's enough. That's more than enough for everyone to rise and become an inspirational 100 mom community forever. So that's my vision.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful version, and I'm open to help the 199 moms with my programs, and I will create the free workshop soon, and I will invite them for free to at least to teach them how to balance the chakras, to how to learn more about a rainbow diet or anything what I can offer for free. They are invited, and you included, of course.
I'm taking the first seat. I'm taking the first seat because I am in awe of what you're doing. I'm in awe. So let's see what the comments are saying. I'm laughing, Shikha, at your statement. Just go take a self-portrait and capture the essence of who you are. Your son, Shikha, learned at, I can't read, my eyesight, my God. Son, Shikha, I learned all that from you. Kids learn from imitating their parents and other environment. You're making sense, Shikha. Thanks, Elizabeth. Thanks for letting me know you're making sense. Count me in, Maria. And she said, Lucy was talking about you somewhere. I love Maria's authenticity and her whole outlook on changing one's lifestyle holistically and not just with nutrition. Maria has a knack to get the root of the problems. I do agree that self-caring is so important. Okay,
thank you, Elizabeth and Lucy.
Yes, it's lovely. All of them are so lovely, and I must say that we're so honored to have you. We're so honored to have Elizabeth as well, Lucy, Dr. Rosetta, and each one of you. 62 moms have decided, whether they know it or not, to be together for a very, very long time. What is Maria's dream? If I ask Maria's dream, what's her dream?
My dream is to have my own online school about energy medicine and this holistic approach, not just one training. I want to offer even more to help moms, especially moms in the future, how to get healthy and have the life purpose. And also for my son, I dream a better life, just with that little house, with a little car, normal things, but happy here and with our Alex in our hearts, and move on here and be able to live here and thrive and have my soul mission as a healer, as a shaman, as a psychologist, as a mom, everything, just to do my best while I'm here on the earth.
Beautiful. And we are with you, Maria. I don't want to not say it enough. I want you to believe. Please reach out. With whatever we can do, we will. Whatever this project can do, this project will, because we are very, very special. And before we wrap
Thank you.
up, I didn't ask you any questions about shaman. What is shaman? Let's tell people about that quickly.
I'm 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 a student in a shamanic energy medicine. I just started 1 month ago with Alberto Villoldo and other Peruvian shamans. It's like a umbrella, like covers everything what I'm trying with my program to teach people. This is way beyond my imagination. It's like healing the karma, trauma, or past life, or even um, how to help people to transition in the spirit world, or the soul to go in peace, or especially Alex, he just transitioned a few months ago. I want to learn how to help the soul to go in the light to the God. So this is very new for me, but also it's very uh, deep connected with my soul. I always wanted to explore this shamanic energy medicine world. So I'm in the beginning of the journey, but it's beautiful. I waited for such a long time to explore, and I will talk more in 6 months. I'm just a student in the shamanic energy medicine.
And when I hear the word shamanic, I don't know why, because I'm a visual person. I always find myself walking in the mountains, looking for trails, finding this man sitting there who guides me somewhere else. I don't know. This is um, very animated vision that I see when I see the word shamanic in my head. So I'm
It's
also very curious. So I'm waiting for you to teach me. Maybe I will follow you as a student once
I
you.
will, I will. Thank you. It's a shift of my life. It's like an initiation. It's like changing. I mean, like a butterfly in cocoon. I'm like transforming. So I will see soon how I will become a new person. Like,
Beautiful, beautiful. And we will be there to watch this journey unfold. And thank you so much for being
thank
here,
you so
for
much.
being in this book, Maria. We really,
Thank
really
you so much. I am grateful to be with you and for this opportunity. And thank you to you, Debbie, Elizabeth, and Lucy, and all who are supporting me. And thank you to all the moms who will be in the book.
and who will be
Thank
your
you. We will change the world.
yes. More than that, I think even if we the change. Okay, so there's a poem that I always live by, and it says. I saw a flower, I thought it was giving. When I went closer, it was just living. The flower does not give, it only lives, and we are the ones who get when it lives. People get the fragrance, the color, the smiles when they see a flower, not because it's doing it for them, because it's doing it for themselves. The flower is just living. So I will read the poem again. It's a 2-line couplet. It says, when I saw a flower, I thought it was giving. When I went closer, it was just living. My Sadguru. And I aligned myself again and again to this whole thing. Just live, and the giving
Just to be.
happen. Let's just start living, reducing the less, start hearing each other, and becoming, holding hands, trusting that this is happening for real. These 100 moms are coming. The world will change on its own, not because we wanted to change it, but because we started living. And if we started living, we would be just another, the mother pulse I'm talking about. Everything is going to start getting in its place, and some good work will be done.
That is very wise what you said. It's just not to do, just to be,
Yes.
to learn how to be. Thank
So
you.
bye-bye,
Thank you
Lucy,
so much.
Elizabeth, Dr. Zeta Williams, and others who will come in the comments. I totally love you, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I
Beautiful.
appreciate it.
You're beautiful, and I'm very happy to have you here in the book. Yeah. So
Thank
we'll
you.
go
Thank
offline.
you.
And good night, everybody. Oh, it's night for me.
Yes.
It's morning for you. So good morning. Have a great day.
Yes. Thank you. You too. Take care. Thank you.
You don't go away. I will talk to you. I'm just going offline.